Hey Rob,
What, Bo?
guess what?
What?
It's 11 days till Halloween.
Must be October 20th.
This guy's a mathematical genius. Thanks for tuning in, guys, to Hops and Horror. My name is Bo Cooper. Sitting next to me, as always, is my boy Rob Novelli. And guys, usually on Wednesdays, we upload a review about a horror movie and one specific beer. But tonight, for the Hops and Horror Halloween special, Rob, as the folks out there can see, we have an array of awesome tricks, treats, and beyond to talk about. Tonight, guys, we're going to be going over some amazing nostalgic feeling items that gets us in the spirit and why we love the Halloween season. Rob, what are we going to talk about?
I mean, this is all the stuff that we either grew up with or watched or listened to or ate. All the things that make us love Halloween.
Yeah, makes us love Halloween. The month of October, from October 1st until November 1st, I should say, is a fun-filled month, Rob, and it wouldn't be the same without these amazing items that we have sitting in front of us. So, Rob, the first question is, actually, let's talk about the beer we're drinking since we're already at that point. We're going off of a little bit of Howling Gourds Pumpkin Ale, a 7%er made by Joseph Brau Brewing Company. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's pretty good. It tastes a little bit clovey for my liking. Yeah. I mean, we've had a lot of pumpkin beers in our lifetime, but this beer is not bad. I mean, how much was it for a 6-pack, you said?
$8, something like that.
Trader Joe's, you can't go wrong. So thank you, Trader Joe's.
Wait, hold on. While we're on the subject of pumpkin beer, I have to say, I couldn't find it this year for some reason, but I love the Buffalo Bills original pumpkin ale. They're the first ones to ever brew a pumpkin beer, and every year I look forward to that beer, and I just could not find it this year. So
I was disappointed too, because when you called me earlier, you were driving all around Ventura County trying to find that beer, and I had to call a couple places for you, and they unfortunately said they didn't get a truckload in. But next year there's always going to be Buffalo Bills pumpkin ale.
Better be Buffalo Bills.
So the first thing I want to talk about is as a kid growing up and trick-or-treating, what was your favorite candy as a kid that you would get home, have your parents check the bag, make sure there's no razor blades or no poison in the candy, which there's never been a proof of that. What was the one candy that stood out that you'd always want to dive into first?
There's a lot that I did like, but I have to say my number one would be the 100-gram bar.
I love a good 100-gram bar.
I mean, it's got the Rice Krispies, like a crackle or Nestle's Crunch. It's got the caramel. It's got the chocolate. And all
it's a really good candy bar, man.
But it's hard to find. It's like you don't really see it everywhere. So you don't see it next to the Snickers and stuff. You don't walk into a gas station and find it. It's a little bit on the rarer side. I mean, you can find them, but they're just not everywhere like everything else.
If someone out there that doesn't want to poison us for the fun of it, if you can find a 100-gram bar, DM me and I'll pay for shipping. But my favorite candy would be this little fella right here, Almond Joy. I mean, I love an Almond Joy. I'm a coconut fan. You got the chocolate, you got the almond right in the middle. Have you ever seen an Almond Joy have like the almond to the front or the other side, or is it always in the middle?
I think it's always in the middle.
Good job, guys, at the factory. But that's my favorite candy, man. I'd have to go with Almond Joy. You're 100 grand?
I'm 100 grand, yeah.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Cool. What's your second runner-up?
I'd say my second runner-up.
For candy, just candy. Not just chocolate,
Yeah,
I
would say hot tamales.
No, I said just chocolate.
Oh, just chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with Rolos. Love the Rolos. Just simple.
I'm a fan of Rolos too, but I'm going to have to go with good old classic peanut M&Ms. So, guys, in the comments, when you're watching this, who wins? M&Ms, peanuts, or the Rolos? Love to hear it. So, Rob, let's talk about as a kid on a spooky October morning, probably having to go to school, and the fog's rolling in. What was one breakfast that you always wanted to eat that got you in the mood for Halloween?
Count Chocula right there.
So you're a Count Chocula, General Mills, Count Chocula?
Of these that I've had, Frankenberry, the Blueberry, the Count Chocula, I think Chocula is my favorite.
Well, pull this one next. Let's see. I'm a blueberry kind of guy. I'm a blueberry guy. I don't know why. I just always thought that he was a little bit of an underdog. Because when you think about the classic monster cereals, the first two that started it was Count Chocula and Mummy. Yeah, no, not Mummy. I'm sorry.
No, Frankenberry.
Frankenberry.
Yeah.
Jesus, too many gourd.
No, there's two. I was reading up on this the other day. There's two other cereals, and we're here in California, and you can't really get them. And I think one was like, what was it, Yummy Mummy?
No, I saw them at Target a couple years ago.
Did you?
It was Yummy Mummy and Fruit Brute, the werewolf.
Yeah, Fruit Brute. I've never seen them.
I've seen them.
I should have.
No, I should have. I didn't buy them. I spent my money on M&Ms.
Oh, okay. I would have went for the Fruit Brute for sure.
Yeah, I know. I kick myself every day.
I look for those every year. It's like I just don't see them out here.
So, guys, if you're a fan of General Mills monster cereals going all the way back to the 1970s, I love watching those nostalgic.
If you want to send some Fruit Brute or some Yummy Mummy, people will pay for the shipping. Send those out here too.
DM us. But guys, leave in the comments what's your favorite monster cereal. Moving on. So, obviously, growing up, we always loved movies.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing about Halloween, besides the horror movies, like Halloween, Trick or Treat, classic films like that, I would always love the nostalgia of more
the Halloween specials.
The Halloween specials, man, that came on, after dinner. They would advertise it on ABC. And I just got word, guys, that they're not going to show It's a Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown for whatever fucking reason. Who knows? But thank God I have sitting in front of me the good old DVD of The Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, Rob. This right here, to me, I don't give a shit how old I am. I mean, it's one of those things that you pop this movie in, it brings me back to the most funnest memories that I had as a kid of Halloween nights.
I agree. Great Pumpkin is up there, but that's when I go for my favorite bow. I like
that one. This
one right here, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Yeah. It's 2 short movies, but The Adventures of Ichabod and the Headless Horseman stuff. It was a Disney special when I was a kid, and when I was growing up, we didn't have the DVRs, we didn't have any of that kind of stuff. So they advertised it on TV. You had one night to catch it. You couldn't record it. When there's a commercial, you ran to the bathroom. You couldn't miss anything.
Well, I've never seen it.
I know. I can't believe that you haven't seen it. I mean, I'm gonna leave this here for you so that you can watch this thing.
You got it.
And I mean, that was definitely for me, growing up as a kid, that was my favorite.
And last but not least, I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of this. It's an amazing Bassett Rankin film. Mad Monster Party, guys. I know folks out there probably check that out. It's the same directors, producers that did, our favorite Christmas classics with that clay animation. Rudolph and Goodyear,
Baby New
Year and all that. Yeah. But when you think of 2 things, at least in my opinion, of childhood stuff, of the type of specials that would come on, it would be like Mad Monster Party, and Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. But
Boris Karloff, Phyllis Diller.
Yeah.
I mean, has all the Universal monsters in there. Just a great
overall family fun film, right?
Yeah, one of those nostalgia films that you grew up watching and stuff.
Now let's talk about music, man. What was some of your favorite music that got you in the Halloween? I know
you and I are both punk rock guys and stuff, and
I've seen a lot of shows.
I'd have to say, I mean, one of my favorites all time, still to this day, is the Misfits.
Hey Google, play Misfits Halloween. I agree, man.
Yeah, Misfits Halloween, Misfits music. I mean, all their albums and stuff. I don't think there's a bad one.
Yeah, I got the record here, man, from the Misfits Static Age. Yeah, when you think of horror punk, they were the original horror punk, band members. You got Glenn Danzig, Jerry Only, and they took horror music to a whole new level. Starting off in the late '70s, Misfits, Halloween, I Want Your Skulls. I mean, they have so many amazing classics. I was honored, thankfully to Jerry, to go see the Misfits with Glenn live last year, and it was amazing, man. So thanks, Jerry Only, for getting me tickets to see you. I appreciate you, my friend. Jerry's a great guy. Have you ever met him? Have you met any of the Misfits? Have you met
I've met Doyle. I saw him at some of the Horror Fest selling his coffin cases for guitars and stuff. And
absolutely, man. But yeah, guys, Misfits is #1 in our book. I would say if you're a Halloween horror punk fan. What's the second? What's your favorite?
I'd probably there's a lot. I'd go with the Cramps.
The Cramps.
I love the Cramps. Yeah, I got a Cramps in there. I think.
Maybe not.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, the Cramps. Look at that, you guys. So the Cramps. The first time I ever heard the Cramps, honestly, was watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, and Goo Goo Muck came on when good old Stretch is in the DJ booth, and I knew instantly hearing that, even at a young age, that it had that horror tone to it.
Yeah. As I was a teenage werewolf, one of my favorites is Bikini Girls with Machine Guns.
Yeah, it's Monster Mash, the Sounds of Terror. I got this at a local swap meet. This was actually Released in 1974, man. Look at this artwork. How amazing is that?
That is cool artwork.
This just has
that's some old school
The
artwork.
Mummy's Revenge, Jack the Ripper, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Curse of the Zombies. Listen to this horror if you dare. The Scary Fun Records from Pickwick's. So, yeah, guys, check this out if you can find it. It's probably on eBay, probably like $10 maybe or more. If it's worth something, guys, and you know, DM me and let me know, but I won't sell it to you.
Hold on, we still got a couple more musics. We got Tiger Army.
Tiger Army's great.
Love Tiger Army, especially this album, Tiger Army 2, Power of Moonlight. Love that. And then we also have to give a shout out to Calabrese, one of our favorite bands for Halloween and stuff.
I thought I had my necklace on, but I actually cleaned it recently for some reason. I had like spilled beer on it or something. But Calabrese, you guys are, you know, you're our favorites. Davey and Calabrese always putting out those horror tunes. But what do we got next, Rob? We got some really, really heavy sweets. Hold this up. And you can only get these, obviously, Hostess has been around for years, but you can only get these around Halloween time. Oh, shit, almost spilled my beer. So these are also one of my go-to late night sweets. As you can tell, we're both fat. So Oreo Boo, orange and black, with the little pumpkins on them. I mean, you're talking classic Oreos. You can only get them in October. I've yet to have these though, man.
Scary cakes.
I'm gonna definitely have one.
You know what's funny about a lot of this stuff?
It's
like you look for the Oreo Boos and you look for the Scary Cakes and stuff.
Yeah.
But when you eat them, you're like, oh, these just taste like regular Hostess Ding Dongs and regular Oreos. But it's still the color.
No different. No, I see. I disagree.
I don't think. I mean, these don't really have a pumpkin flavor to me. Like the icing.
There's no pumpkin, but maybe it's orange pumpkin. I mean, not maybe
it's
orange flavor.
I don't know. It's just orange to me. Like I don't know.
So there's no different in taste.
Yeah. And I mean, to me, I don't taste anything different than Oreos. But I like to see the orange and the
It's all about the color.
Yeah.
It's all about the vibe. It's all about the nostalgia, guys. So on that note, folks,
hold on.
What?
There's another thing I look forward to, which is Ben and Jerry's pumpkin cheesecake ice cream, which I have in the freezer. I didn't bring it up, but
I've never even had that, man. But it sounds delicious.
You gotta try it.
You know, Rob, with all this beer and all this snacks and all the sweets and all that other good stuff, dude, we're probably not gonna live long, and we'll probably turn into zombies before next Halloween. But if that doesn't happen, we hope to see you guys in the next episode of Hops and Horror. Next week is our Halloween review of horror, so we have something awesome planned, obviously. Due to coronavirus, we wanted to go somewhere special, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen, but we'll make the best of it. And I'm going to give away something tonight, guys. A random lucky winner. It's nothing big. I'll throw in some stickers as well. I don't know where it went because we have so much shit all over the tables. Oh, here it is. Careful with that record, man. That's worth $1 million. I'm going to give away an awesome Trick or Treat Studios scare freshener. It has a cinnamon scent to put in your car. It's going to smell amazing. And you can always think of me when you see it hanging from your rearview window, I should say, not mirror. And guys, happy Halloween, almost. And we'll see you guys on the next Hops and Horror. Leave in the comments favorite cereal, favorite candy, favorite music band for the Halloween season, and your favorite TV series special. You know what was one TV series special that I forgot to mention?
Garfield's Halloween.
Garfield's Halloween, man. Yeah. I wish I had that on DVD. I looked for it on Amazon. I didn't see it.
Are they even going to play that this year? They're not playing Charlie Brown's.
They're not going to play shit, man. You know, whatever.
You know what's weird about that? I have to say this, and it irritated me.
What are you eating?
I had a Twix. It irritated me. Like today, I went around. I was like looking for some of my favorite like Halloween stuff, and I don't know if it's because of the COVID thing or, and I hate to say this, or people just don't have the Halloween spirit. But like, I could not find the Buffalo Bills pumpkin beer.
Right.
I couldn't find the General Mills cereals that you got here, and yours are signed artist signed stuff like that.
those are
I couldn't find those. Like, I mean, literally, like, I went
everywhere.
Target.
I saw those. They're at Target.
Oh, okay. That's the one place. I went to Trader Joe's. I went to Vaughn's. I went to Ralph's. I went to Smart and Final.
You hear this, corporate? Step up your game.
But I mean,
let my boy find your damn cereals.
Literally, like this year, like I don't know if it's just because of this whole COVID thing, but I just couldn't find the stuff that I normally find from year to year.
I get it, man. This year has been tough on everyone, but you know what? Halloween is not canceled in my opinion. So guys, make the best of it. Hang out with loved ones, carve a pumpkin, watch scary movies, watch Hops and Horror, eat some goddamn sweets. Make sure you guys stay upbeat, and we'll see you guys on the next Hops and Horror review.
Let us know your favorites.
Cheers.